Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Judith Falloon-Reid, and welcome to my Exchanging Pain for Praise podcast. I'm glad you're taking this spiritual journey with me. It's based on readings and activities from my book, Monday Morning Meditations. I'm inviting you to visit my website, jfalloonreid.com, download my free audiobook Time and Seasons on SoundCloud, subscribe to my YouTube channel as well as my Shelf Life TV podcast, and watch my films at barryvision.com. Now let's get to it. This week, we're going to take a small detour. We're going to talk about being courageous and letting go. Sometimes the smallest words in the English language can be the hardest to comprehend. The simplest commands are the most difficult to obey. Let's take, for example, these three little words. Let it go. How often has someone told you to let go of something? Your emotions, your pride, your anger, your hurt. And how often have you thought, well, that's easier said than done? Very often, I suspect. And like me, you've probably reached the end of your rope on so many occasions that the notion that you should just forgive and forget just one more time seems absolutely absurd. The idea that you should just simply move on from one bad situation to another seems unjust, especially if the offender appears to have evaded their just rewards. Many years ago, I learned the power of letting go. I learned at the feet of a very wise man, my father. I learned that the dangers of harboring resentment, anger, jealousy, false pride, and emotional pain were more detrimental to me than they were to anyone else. He taught me that whenever somebody hurt you, they take power from you. The longer you remain hurt, the longer that you hang on to that pain, is the longer that they keep that power. When you let go, however, forgive and move on, you recover your power. Endless medical studies have proven the links between emotional well-being and our physical health. Happy people are usually healthier than miserable people. People who are in love or who feel loved are healthier than those who are lonely and unloved. The same is true of our spiritual health. Unresolved issues and baggage will hinder our spiritual growth and impede our walk with God. Letting go is a learned behavior, however. It's not something that comes naturally. It's like playing the piano or ice skating. It gets easier with practice. The trick, though, is to never give up until you have mastered the skill of letting go. Start by examining your situation, not your feelings now, but your actual situation. Gather the facts and only the facts. Determine your role in creating the situation that you're in. Yes, sometimes and most times we have a role, no matter how small. Accept your part in the situation. Recognize the lesson to be learned and forgive yourself. Yes, forgive yourself for your role in your own situation. Now you have to do the same for the offending party, including forgiving them. Recognize their role and forgive them. Take corrective action where possible, and having done all of that, having completed all these steps, then you have to let it go. It sounds simple, I know, and I can hear you saying, not as easy as it sounds. That's true. But whether you let it go to the universe or surrender it to an all-powerful God, the final step will always be let it go. That's always going to be the final step to your own freedom. There's freedom in moving past your injury. The hours you spent consumed with rage and making elaborate plans for revenge can now be used for more productive and enjoyable activities. Those sleepless nights you spent lying awake, worrying, brooding, and frustrated can now be converted into pleasant dreams. And believe it or not, your own physical health will also improve. What feelings of resentment are you holding on to? What baggage are you dragging around? Remember the song, Bag Lady? You gonna hurt your back? Dragging all them bags like that? Yeah. That Erykah Badu song is deep, it's real, it has some serious lessons in it. Who have you refused to forgive? Well, for your own good, it is time for you to let it go. 3 simple words. Let it go. For your own sake. Not for their sake, but for your own sake, for your own mental, spiritual, and emotional well-being, you have to learn to let it go. Thank you for spending time with me exchanging pain for praise. Again, remember, visit my website, jfallonreid.com. You can download Time and Seasons, my free audiobook, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also subscribe to my Shelf Life TV podcast and watch my films at barravision.com. Until next time.